and we are at a crazy abandoned mansion. This place is the most luxurious place. Oh my God, is that an indoor pool? Oh my God.
What kind of mansion is so cursed, so infamous, or so expensive to maintain that not even $1 can buy it? These once glorious celebrity homes now sit abandoned, ghosted by buyers, and have become money pits, mystery zones, or worse. Why are buyers running from what used to be dream homes? Could something deeper be keeping the doors locked? Stick around till the end. Let's find out. Number 20. Nicolas Cage's LaLaurie Mansion.
The home of America's first female serial killer, Delphine LaLaurie.
Some homes carry a darkness so deep that even celebrity charm can't make it desirable. Nicolas Cage discovered this the hard way when he bought New Orleans' notorious LaLaurie Mansion, an estate that earned its place as America's most haunted, with a chilling past, haunted by history, and once owned by the sadistic Madame Delphine LaLaurie, whose legacy still echoes behind its abandoned hallways.
She was America's first woman serial killer, and that was her mansion right there.
Nicolas Cage, known for his love of the bizarre, bought the mansion in 2007 for $3.4 million. But what he stepped into wasn't just a historic estate, it was a nightmare. And like every owner before him, he didn't last long. This 10,284-square-foot New Orleans French Quarter mansion, built in the 1830s, blends Empire-style antebellum elegance with a chilling past. Its 3-story main house and 4-story service wing house have 6 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms, featuring red and purple interiors, modernized for today's ghost tours.
I do want to point out that actor Nicolas Cage once owned this house. He knew what this house was, and he still bought it.
Once a girls' school, its high ceilings and historic charm hide gruesome secrets of torture, making it a paranormal hotspot. Madame Delphine LaLaurie, the original owner, ran a house of torture behind those walls. Enslaved people were chained, mutilated, and buried in silence. Fast forward nearly 2 centuries, and Nicolas Cage bought it at the height of his career, drawn in by its charm and mystery. But his fortune fell apart just 2 years later, and the house was put on the market again. Cold spots, flickering lights, phantom footsteps, and urban legends drive potential buyers away. Until this day, no one lives there.
This place, I'm sure, is haunted by some very poor souls.
The lights stay off, and the windows watch in silence. Though it's in one of the most vibrant neighborhoods in the country, not a single soul has dared make it their home again. Number 19. Mike Tyson's Ohio Mansion.
Taking a look at Mike Tyson's abandoned mansion in Southington, Ohio.
Of all the abandoned celebrity mansions scattered across America, few feel as unsettling as this one. Once a symbol of unstoppable power and excess, Mike Tyson's Ohio estate spans 25,000 square feet on 58 acres in Southington, Ohio. This 1979-built mansion boasts 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, and opulent marble-clad interiors. But now, it's just another ghost on the market, deteriorating silently and completely unwanted, not even for $1. You have to wonder, what happened inside these walls? What went so wrong that even bargain hunters walk away? This wasn't just a home, it was a kingdom, and like its king, it rose fast and fell even harder. Back in the late 80s, Mike Tyson was untouchable.
Later this fall, he is back in the ring at age 58, Iron Mike Tyson.
A boxing machine at the top of the world. And to match his title, he built a 10,000-square-foot indoor pool room, crystal chandeliers, and zebra print carpets, which scream excess, while 3 Bengal tiger cages and a basketball court reflect Tyson's wild lifestyle. But glory doesn't last forever. By 1999, a storm of lawsuits, divorce settlements, and financial chaos sent Tyson tumbling into bankruptcy. The mansion was abandoned like a discarded championship belt. Urban explorers who slipped through the gates in the 2000s found a time capsule of madness, moldy arcade machines, stained marble, and a dance floor that hadn't seen life in years. In 2010, a church moved in, preaching in rooms once filled with raggers and roars.
Where the renovation of Mike Tyson's former mansion is almost finished, and much of the work done by church members.
But even after that spiritual cleanse, a shadow lingered. The cost of keeping it alive was too high. So high, nobody dared take it on for years. Number 18. Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch.
Behind me, in front of the Neverland gates, Michael Jackson could still be buried here at his beloved Neverland Ranch.
When a celebrity graces the real estate market with their expensive mansion, the common assumption is that it will swiftly find a new owner, claimed almost in the blink of an eye. But here's where the tale takes an intriguing twist. He called it his sanctuary, a magical escape from the real world filled with roller coasters, animals, and wonder. But today, Neverland sits quiet, its gates shut tight. Michael Jackson didn't just build a home, he crafted a fantasy. Spread across 2,700 lush acres in California's Santa Ynez Valley, this 12,598 square foot Tudor-style mansion from 1988 houses 6 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms. Its impulsive design includes 2 railways, a petting zoo, and amusement rides like a Ferris wheel and carousel. For a while, it was a playground fit for a king. But everything changed in 2005. After Jackson's legal battles made headlines worldwide, the innocence of Neverland crumbled. The rides were dismantled, the zoo emptied, and the dream, once so bright, turned into a national spectacle.
King of Pop's famed Neverland Ranch outside Santa Barbara, California, has actually restored the property and put it up for sale.
By 2015, it hit the market at a staggering $100 million, and no one came, not until 2020, when billionaire Ron Burkle scooped it up for a fraction of the price. Still, the land feels heavy, as if the past refuses to be bulldozed away. Number 17. Bert Reynolds' Florida Ranch.
Reynolds Ranch is a gated community located right here in Jupiter, Florida.
You'd think a ranch built by one of Hollywood's biggest legends, complete with movie sets, wild deer, and southern charm, would be snatched up in seconds. But what Bert Reynolds left behind wasn't just a home. It was a fading dream no buyer dared to revive. Dubbed Valhalla, this 153-acre Jupiter, Florida, ranch sprawls 12,000 square feet with 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. Its rustic southern design features a private chapel, horse track, and farm, once alive with wild deer. A movie studio and an 18-crypt mausoleum added unique flair. But financial ruin left its sprawling pastures and cozy interiors abandoned. It wasn't just a home, it was a stage for his larger-than-life persona. Stars like Dom DeLuise showed up for barbecues that ran till dawn. Cameras weren't rolling, but the drama was real. By the 90s, the money wasn't coming in like it used to, and Reynolds was drowning in debt. The ranch, once worth $15 million, was crumbling. Its fields unkept, the walls cracked, and the charm was fading fast. Buyers came and left, scared off by the maintenance nightmare. In 2015, it finally sold for just $3.7 million. The legend had left the building, and his empire had turned to dust. Number 16. Aleister Crowley's Bolkin House. Few mansions in the world carry a reputation so dark that even history seems afraid to enter. Would you buy a house once owned by the world's most feared occultist? On the shores of Scotland's dark Loch Ness sits Bolkin House, spanning 13 acres. This 4,000-square-foot Scottish manor from the 1760s holds 6 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. Its Georgian stone facade hides a library and rumored cemetery tunnel, perfect for Crowley's occult rituals. In the early 1900s, Alistister Crowley, the infamous occultist, once dubbed the wickedest man in the world, bought the property to conduct arcane rituals and summon spirits. Locals swore they saw strange figures by the windows and lights in the woods long after midnight. Years later, Led Zeppelin's Jimmy Page became obsessed with the house, hoping to capture its dark energy. But even rock stars couldn't tame it. Fires in 2015 and 2019
Island Mansion, once used for occult rituals, has been badly damaged by fire.
left it in a blackened husk. Today, Boleskine sits abandoned and unsold. No matter the asking price or restoration efforts, buyers vanish once they learn its history. Is it the tales of demonic invocations, the string of strange accidents, or simply the oppressive weight of a past too dark to ignore? Whatever the reason, no one has dared to make it home again. Not now, maybe not ever. Number 15. Bruce Lee's Hong Kong home. You would think the last home of a legend would be priceless. Instead, it stood empty for decades, crumbling and unwanted. Until it was erased from the map altogether. How does a place touched by greatness end up so unwanted that no one dares rebuild? Not even for $1? This 5,700 square foot, two-story Kowloon townhouse from the 1970s offered 4 bedrooms in a minimalist Chinese style. It also featured a rooftop training area and preserved mosaic details, reflecting his martial arts legacy. Now, it's nothing but rubble and regret. He lived here in the early 70s, training in secret, raising his kids, and writing his legacy. But after his sudden death in 1973, the house became something else. A shrine, a mystery, a piece of martial arts history frozen in time. Fans came in droves, hoping to turn it into a museum. But red tape and real estate wars got in the way. The home was neglected. Its paint faded, windows cracked, and the roof sagged under the weight of broken promises. In 2019, it was demolished, gone just like that. Today, the lot remains empty. No one dared to build it, and no one bought it either. If stories like this pique your curiosity, give it a like. It helps uncover even more forgotten places no one dares to claim. Number 14. Cher's Malibu Mansion. It's got arches like an Italian castle, a view that takes your breath away, and a price tag slashed in half. It was supposed to be her coastal masterpiece, designed down to the last arch by Cher herself. But now, it's a mansion no one wants. Not even at half the price. Not even for $1 more. Built in 1990, this 13,000 square foot estate channels 16 suite bedrooms, a kitchen bigger than most apartments, and is located above the Pacific. Cher designed it as a personal sanctuary, with stone courtyards, sweeping ocean views, and a meditation room that could silence the world. It had every touch of royalty, with none of the subtlety. But times changed. When she listed it in 2010 for $75 million, the market didn't bite. By 2023, the price had dropped to $45 million, and still nothing. The old world design felt out of sync with modern Malibu minimalism. Buyers wanted glass boxes, not Roman arches. The home remained lavish, lonely, and waiting. Its gym has collected dust, and the gardens bloomed with no one to see. Till today, it's still on the market, a monument to style out of season. Will this house ever sing again, or has Cher's coastal crown already faded into silence? Number 13. Lil Wayne's Miami Beach Mansion. This place had everything. A private theater, and a rooftop skate park, and ocean views. But even Lil Wayne couldn't escape the curse that came with this mansion. Back in 2012, Lil Wayne dropped $11.6 million on this Miami Beach estate. It was every bit the paradise you'd expect. This 15,101 square foot Miami Beach estate features 7 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms in a sleek, modern design. Its bayfront infinity pool, private theater, and glass-walled gym scream rap royalty. Parties echoed through the walls. It was a palace built for a hip-hop king. But then came the lawsuits. He listed the home in 2018 for $29.5 million, but no one came close. A 3,000-square-foot rooftop skate park adds flair, but its $1.7 million annual upkeep left this waterfront gem abandoned and unwanted by prospective buyers. Number 12. Boris Beckers' Mallorca estate. Once the pride of a tennis legend, this mansion became a symbol of scandal, decay, and a curse no one's willing to inherit. This was more than just a vacation home, it was a champion's Mediterranean escape. But when the titles stopped and the debts piled high, this slice of paradise fell hard. In 1997, Boris Becker traded tennis courts for sea views, snagging a 10,000-square-foot estate in Mallorca for $3 million. It had everything: 5 luxury bedrooms built in Mediterranean style, lush gardens, panoramic ocean views, and a private pool that glowed under the Spanish sun. For years, it was his trophy off the court. But by 2018, everything started to unravel. Fines for illegal renovations, nearly $10 million worth, hit like a final serve. Then came bankruptcy. The villa began to rot. Weeds strangled the grounds. The plaster cracked under years of neglect, and the whole place felt abandoned by both money and memory. It was listed in 2020 for $5 million, but till now, it's still waiting. No buyer, no takers, just fading luxury tied to one very public fall from grace. Can anyone salvage this crumbling crown before it's lost forever? Number 11. Britney Spears' Thousand Oaks Villa. Behind the gates of this elegant villa, pop's brightest star tried to escape the spotlight, but what she left behind feels more like a cry for help. Back in 2007, Britney Spears needed a place to breathe, far from cameras, headlines, and chaos.
You know, coming back and with my stuff and doing it, I'm going to be really excited. Yeah.
She found it in Thousand Oaks, California, a $7.2 million Italian-style villa with resort-style pools, private courtyards, and sweeping manicured gardens. On paper, it was a retreat. The villa sprawled over 2 full levels with marble fireplaces, a private spa, and a wine cellar that exuded pop star opulence. But in reality, it became a reflection of everything unraveling. As Britney's mental health struggles made global news in 2008, the home grew quiet. Grass overtook the paths. Wallpaper peeled from once elegant halls. The glamour faded fast. By 2019, it was listed for $8.9 million, and still no bites. Even now, in 2025, it sits unsold. Number 10. David Gilmore's Hookend Manor. Imagine standing in the very room where Pink Floyd recorded, only to find it crumbling around you. What silenced the sound in this legendary estate? In the 80s, Hookend Manor was more than a home. It was a music factory. The 11,000-square-foot Oxfordshire estate boasts 7 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms in a 16th-century Tudor design. Its soundproof recording studio, where Pink Floyd's The Final Cut was crafted, and oak-paneled halls define its musical legacy. A walled garden and pond add charm. But when Gilmore sold it in 2000, the harmony fell apart. New owners came and went, but the manor was left to age. The gardens turned wild. Water leaked into the studio walls. By 2017, the very rooms that birthed rock history were in ruins. A fancy renovation in 2024 tried to give it new life, this time as a high-end retreat for musicians, but the asking price hit $10 million, and it only chased buyers in the opposite direction. Till now, it's still empty. Too expensive, too forgotten, too far gone. Number 9. Johnny Depp's French Village Estate. In 2001, Johnny Depp didn't just buy a house. He bought a 30-acre village near Saint-Tropez. In it were stone cottages, a chapel, a cafe, and even a town square. It was a surreal retreat, equipped with 12 luxury bedrooms, a church, a restaurant, and guest houses painted with his imagination and funded by blockbuster millions.
Johnny bought it, and it's 12 buildings. There's a restaurant, which he basically used as his dining room.
Right.
But when the legal battles hit and the money bled, the fantasy collapsed. But by 2015, he listed it for $55 million. And this made buyers run. By 2023, the price was slashed to $26 million. But it didn't help. The place costs over $1 million a year just to maintain. And this maintenance cost was enough to scare any potential buyer. Now the vines have returned. The cobblestones are slick with moss. There are no tourists, no actors, no deals, just a quiet, moss-covered dream. Share this with a friend who'd be stunned to learn an entire village built by Johnny Depp now sits forgotten, reclaimed by nature. Number 8. 50 Cent's Connecticut Mansion. How abandoned does a celebrity mansion have to be before even $1 feels like too much? This wasn't just a home. It was a 50,000 square foot spectacle once owned by Mike Tyson, then transformed by 50 Cent into a kingdom of excess. In this mansion was a casino, a nightclub, 19 bedrooms, a recording studio, an indoor pool, a basketball court, and game rooms. It was luxury screaming from every wall.
Take a dip in the indoor pool.
In the recording studio.
Okay, we're in the casino room. What you really need to know about this property.
But behind the flashiness lurked a financial nightmare. It was listed in 2007 for $18.5 million. It sat unwanted for years. The reason? A staggering $3 million a year in upkeep. Buyers came and fled. It was too big, too bold, and too haunted by its own ambition. Year after year, the estate just sat, too massive, too specific, too expensive to maintain. Number 7. Birdman's New Orleans Mansion. When a mansion owned by a hip-hop mogul hits the market for $500,000, you'd think buyers would line up overnight. But not this one. Once a glittering symbol of success, Birdman's 12,000 square foot estate offers 6 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms in a Southern Gothic style. Its bayou view marble foyer, crystal chandeliers, and rooftop terrace dazzled. A private elevator and wine room add luxe. It was hip-hop royalty's throne room. But in 2005, Hurricane Katrina didn't just flood the city, it gutted this palace, leaving behind warped walls, black mold, and chandeliers cracked like broken promises.
New Orleans was struck by a deadly Category 5 Atlantic hurricane.
By 2020, the property reappeared on the market for just $500,000, less than half its original price. No one touched it. Right now, it still sits like a waterlogged time capsule, with rot, ruin, and eerie silence swallowing its former glory. And despite its size, prestige, and price, Birdman's palace continues to sit untouched, still waiting for someone brave enough to claim it. Number 6. Madonna's Beverly Hills Mansion. What kind of mansion sits untouched for years, so infamous, even a $1 price tag wouldn't tempt buyers? Madonna once called this her royal retreat, a 17,000 square foot fortress hidden in Beverly Hills.
She just put her Upper West Side property on the market, and now she is putting her Beverly Hills mansion on the market.
With 9 bedrooms gleaming with marble floors, a private cinema, and gardens worthy of Versailles, its grand ballroom and resort-style pool radiate pop royalty. An art gallery adds flair. It was the crown jewel of the Queen of Pop. But when she listed it in 2018 for $26 million, the silence was deafening. It sat year after year. The luxury market shifted, and her old Hollywood opulence began to feel outdated. Buyers wanted sleek minimalism, not regal drama.
It is considered one of the most incredible examples of Spanish colonial architecture.
It finally sold in 2023, but not for what she hoped. The Queen took a $7 million hit. Right now, the new owner is trying to revive the magic, but whispers linger. Was the mansion too tied to an era now fading? Number 5. Mohammed Hadid's Belair Mega Mansion. When a celebrity billionaire pours millions into building a hilltop palace, you'd expect it to become a legacy, something future buyers would fight over. But this one? It was so controversial, the city ordered it torn down before it was even finished. This wasn't just another mansion. It was Mohammed Hadid's towering rebellion against Belair's building laws. A 30,000 square foot mega mansion balanced precariously on a crumbling hillside, complete with glass walls, infinity pools, and panoramic ego.
This is actually one of the medium-sized ones. This is about, I would say, 30,000 square foot home. Yeah.
It featured sweeping decks, crystal pools, and more glass than a skyscraper. But as the structure soared skyward, so did outrage. It broke zoning laws. It endangered the hillside. It shook up the neighborhood. Literally. The structure sparked lawsuits that dragged on for years. Engineers called it unsafe. The city called it illegal. And in 2022, media coverage exploded, and a judge called for its demolition. Now, in 2025, all that remains is a fractured shell, cracked beams, unfinished staircases, and the ruins of ambition. Number 4. Nellys' Missouri Mansion. This wasn't just a house. It was Nellys' million-dollar flip dream. A grand Tuscan-style estate with arched doorways, sun-kissed balconies, 6 luxury bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, a private guest house, a home gym, and a pool made for music video shoots. So, why does it now sit abandoned, rotting, silent, and ignored? Back in 2002, Nelly dropped $2 million on this Wildwood, Missouri property.
Recent TikTok videos giving us an inside look at this now crumbling and abandoned $1.8 million Wildwood home.
A 10,799 square foot palace straight out of an Italian postcard. The plan? Renovate it, flip it, and walk away with a fortune. But everything changed in 2005 when tragedy struck. His beloved sister passed away. Construction halted. The tools were down, and time moved on. But the mansion didn't. Now ivy creeps over cracked walls, the pool is a mosquito swamp, and broken tiles crunch under the boots of urban explorers. It resurfaced on the market in 2021 for just $599,000. Yet even in 2025, no one's biting. Why? Because behind those elegant arches lies nearly $1 million worth of repairs and a cloud of grief that still lingers. Number 3. Michael Jordan's Chicago Mansion.
Well, some young fans got an inside look at basketball icon Michael Jordan's former Chicago mansion.
Why has one of the most famous homes in America sat abandoned for over a decade and still won't sell, even after being slashed to half its value? This isn't your regular mansion. It's Michael Jordan's personal coliseum, complete with a custom basketball court and a front gate carved with his iconic number 23.
We have numbers 23 on the gates, which says it all, and those gates open up to a long, elegant driveway lined with trees.
So why, after more than a decade, can't anyone seal the deal? Built in 1995 and once worth $15 million, this 32,000 square foot mansion boasts 9 bedrooms and 19 bathrooms in a modern minimalist style. A house made to reflect the man himself, larger than life, precision built, impossible to ignore. But the very things that made it iconic also made it unsellable. When it hit the market in 2012 at $29 million, buyers admired it from a distance. The ultra-specific design, tailored to Jordan's tastes, became a problem. Recently, the price has been slashed to $14.9 million. Still, no takers. And with upkeep costs reaching $2 million a year, buyers view it as a financial sinkhole. Can anyone truly fill the shoes that walked these halls? Number 2. P. Diddy's Atlanta Mansion. The parties are over, and P. Diddy's name no longer draws buyers. It repels them. This Atlanta palace once pulsed with music, champagne, and late-night deals. Now, the lights are out. In 2003, Diddy bought this 20,000-square-foot estate, which offers 7 bedrooms in a neoclassical design for $2.6 million. The mansion also houses a private theater, soaring marble pillars, and a resort-style Olympic-sized pool. It looked like the set of a hip-hop fantasy, but behind the velvet curtains, trouble brewed. By 2024, Diddy's name was all over the news, but not for music. Allegations, legal chaos, and scandal struck.
Prosecutors allege he used his power to force women into prolonged drug-fueled orgies he called freak-offs.
The estate, once a playground for the elite, became a fortress of avoidance. Recently, it's been on the market for $1.5 million, with cracked ceilings and wild grass choking the driveway. Urban explorers sneak in for photos, real buyers stay far away. The mansion reeks of decay, and not just the physical kind. The house now carries a stigma that no price cut can erase. What secrets were buried beneath the marble floors? And why is no one brave enough to dig them up? Number 1. Jason Derulos' Coconut Creek Mansion. Jason Derulos sang about riding solo, but this mansion's been riding solo for years. With luxury packed into every corner, why is no one answering the door? Purchased in 2015 for $2.9 million, Derulos' 11,000-square-foot Florida estate was pure pop star paradise, with 5 contemporary tropical-style bedrooms, a sleek pool, a glass-walled gym, and an outdoor kitchen. It also spots a private sauna made from slick architectural prowess. In 2020, following his relocation to Los Angeles for career opportunities, he listed it for $3.9 million. But time dragged on. Until now, it still hasn't sold. Blame it on Florida's overcrowded luxury scene or its $500,000 upkeep. But even fans aren't lining up to claim it. Trends shifted, styles aged, and what once screamed, modern now whispers, dated. Despite Derulos' massive online following, no amount of dance challenges could sell this place. Can this lifeless mansion find its rhythm again? Or has the music finally stopped? Stopped, just like the heartbeat of a rock legend's high-rise retreat. The Retreat, closing the doors on our wildest celebrity mansion tour yet. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what we uncover next. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.